I'd like to talk to you about organ donation, the ultimate act of regifting. We've all heard of regifting and have probably all done it before. The act of taking a gift that we've received that hopefully we've never used before, wrapping it up real pretty, and then giving it to someone else. We don't advertise the fact that we've done this, and hopefully we don't slip up and regift to the same person we received the gift from to begin with. But what if we could regift the gift of life? What if there is someone out there who will die and we have the ultimate gift? When we die, we will all have these gifts that will no longer serve us any purpose, but they can mean life or death to someone else. And what if that someone was your child, your husband, wife, mother, or father? If you've listened to the news lately, you've probably heard about Ann Presley, the 26-year-old news anchor from KATV in Little Rock, Arkansas. Ann was savagely beaten in her home and left for dead. She lived for 5 days before dying. When she died, her family made the decision to donate her organs. The tragic ending of her life will now save the life of others. The need is constantly growing for organ donors. It's very simple to be an organ donor if you make the decision ahead of time and take the necessary steps to donate your organs after you die. I made that decision and I'm an organ donor. The number of people currently needing a life-saving transplant is greater than the current population of Gulfport. That's a staggering amount if you think about it. There are 100,000 people currently on the waiting list for a life-saving transplant. Every day about 77 people receive transplants, and every 12 minutes another name is adding to the waiting list. Statistics show that 18 people will die today from organ failure, and the tragic thing is, scarcity isn't the problem. There are two types of organ donors, living and deceased. A living donor can donate a kidney. We have two, but we only need one to function. Part of a lung, part of a liver, tissue, or bone marrow. That's what you can donate while you're still alive. Organs which can be donated after death are heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, small intestine, and cornea. Other tissue donations include bone, skin, heart valves, and blood vessels. Each donor can enhance the lives of up to 25 people. According to research, 90% of Americans support organ donation, but only 30% know the necessary steps to take to become one and actually follow through with it. The truth is, people will continue to die while waiting for organs, while healthy people die and healthy organs go unused. The problem is, potential donors die without leaving instructions that they wish to be a donor. Now, we know the solution to this problem. It's really very simple. So why are people so hesitant to donate? Let's talk about a few common myths and misconceptions about organ donation. You hear they won't work as hard to save me if I wind up in the emergency room. When you go to the emergency room, the doctors there are focused on saving your life, not the life of someone else. The doctors who will be working on you are entirely separate from the doctors who would be doing the transplant. The transplantation team is called in when and only when everything possible has been done to save your life. You hear, I might not really be dead when they take my organs. Although you see that in the movie, somebody wiggles a toe after they're presumed dead. That's not reality. In truth, people who have agreed to organ donation are given more tests to determine that they're truly dead than those who haven't agreed to donate. It's against my religion. The majority of religions fully support organ donation as a charitable act of love and giving. But if you're unsure of your faith's position on organ donation, talk to your clergy. You hear, I'm too old or not in the greatest health myself. First of all, no one is too young or too old to be an organ donor. Someone 30 years old who has a history of alcohol abuse may have a liver that is in worse condition than someone 65 years old who has never consumed alcohol. Also, people on the waiting list may need to be transplanted with an organ that is less than ideal if there is no other suitable organ available when it's needed. But the doctors will examine you and determine if your organs are suitable. Chances are, if one organ isn't suitable, another organ would be. One of the other myths that you hear is, I want an open casket when I die. Organ donation does not interfere with an open casket. There are no visible signs of organ removal. The donor is fully clothed, and no one will ever know any difference. In closing, please consider taking the necessary steps to become an organ donor. First, talk with your family about your wishes to become a donor. Mississippi does not require family consent unless you're under the age of 18, but keeping everyone informed will help prevent any problems or delays. Next, sign up online at www.donatelifems.org and then indicate your wishes on your driver's license when you go to renew it. You can choose to donate any needed organs, or you can specify which organs you'd like to donate. Remember, to the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world. And I'd like to end by reading a few excerpts from a poem written by Robert Test, who was a pioneer in promoting organ and tissue donation. His poem is titled, "To Remember Me." Give my sight to the man who has never seen a sunrise, a baby's face, or love in the eyes of a woman. Give my heart to a person whose own heart has caused nothing but endless days of pain. Give my kidneys to one who depends on a machine to exist from week to week. Take my bones, every muscle, every fiber and nerve in my body, and find a way to make a crippled child walk. If you must bury something, let it be my faults, my weaknesses, and all prejudice against my fellow man. Give my sins to the devil, give my soul to God. Thank you.